Super Goku Saga Episodes 34 to 51. Episode 51. Home. Sweet Home. Narrator. Last time on Dragon Ball AF, Karo N was finally defeated. The Z-Warriors rejoiced with a feast fit for a king. Afterwards, Dan was informed that his presence was required on planet Namek, and began his journey home. The ship just entered outer space. Computer. Now orbiting planet Earth. Select next destination. Dan. Planet Namek. Computer. Plotting course selection. The ship's engines turn back on and the ship flies off towards planet Namek. Back on solid ground, everyone head to their own homes. Gohan, Videl, and Pan arrive back at their home in Satan's City. Videl. I'm going to see if my father is back. Gohan. Do you think he's back? Videl. I don't know. That's why I'm going to see. Videl starts walking down the street. Back in space, Den's ship is flying through an asteroid belt. A few small asteroids hit the ship. The ship begins shaking and a red light starts flashing in the main bridge. Den. Darn these computers. Den grabs the joystick and steers the ship out of the asteroid belt. One last asteroid scrapes along the top of the ship, ripping a hole in it. The spark hits the table and the table catches on fire. Back on Earth, Videl arrives at Hercule's old mansion. Videl knocks on the door and an old lady answers. Old lady. Yes. Videl. Hi. Does Hercule still live here? Old lady. No. I'm sorry, my dear. I've lived here for 40 years. Videl. Oh, okay. Thanks. Bye. The door closes and Videl starts walking home. Back in space, Den's ship is back on course. Den reads something on the computer screen. Den. What? Den looks at a gauge and sees it's going down. Den. I'm losing fuel and oil pressure, but how? Den walks over to the door of the main bridge and pushes a button on the wall. The door opens and there's a fire blazing out of control on the other side. Den presses the button again and the door closes. Den. Found the problem. Den presses some buttons on the computer. The ship begins shaking. From the outside view, the main bridge detaches itself from the rest of the ship, like an escape pod. The main bridge continues on its way to Namek. The rest of the ship explodes. The flashing red lights turn off. Den. There, that fixed it. The ship reaches the planet and stops. Computer. Now orbiting planet Namek. Select next destination. Den. Descend. Computer. Commencing landing sequence. The ship falls to the planet and lands on it. Den opens the door and steps out of the ship. Guru and two other Nameks and standing with all 7 Dragon Balls in front of them. Guru. Welcome back to Namek, my child. Den. Thank you. It's nice to be back. Narrator. What could they be planning to do with the Dragon Balls? Why was Den asked to return to his home planet? More to come, next time on Dragon Ball AF.